We're 2 weeks away from Battlefield 2042's rumored beta. Obviously, we don't have official release information on that quite yet, but we're getting ever closer. And because of that, I want to do a video on how to prepare for Battlefield 2042's beta. Welcome to Uplink. Before we get started with this video, do please consider checking out our podcast, The Battlefield Show, that releases every Friday on this channel or wherever you find podcasts. Myself and Sammy Boy do a podcast all on Battlefield, so definitely check that out in the description below or the card that's popped up right now. And we have a little bit of Battlefield news. It's not huge, but we do have a release date for the soundtrack of Battlefield 2042, and that will be September 22nd. So definitely keep an eye out on that. And just quite some interesting timing there, because that is the release date that we have leaked so far on the beta. So hopefully both of those things are true, and we get both the beta and the soundtrack for the game on September 22nd. To kick off this video, I want to talk about storage space. Storage space is something that is always needed, especially when you're looking to download that beta for the game that you are looking forward to playing on release day, or maybe trying to figure it out. So what's going on with the storage space needed for the beta? So according to the leaks on the technical playtest, that was about 18 or so gigabytes, and the rumors put it around, I've heard as much as 50 gigabytes in terms of a beta download size, but I have never seen a Battlefield beta get even close to that number. But considering that Battlefield 2042 is one of the larger games in the franchise, possibly even the largest game in the franchise, I would expect to save around 25 to 50 gigs just so you're safe in terms of how much storage space you're going to have. Make sure that you pause the updates for Warzone and keep at least 50 gigs free. Next up, and you're probably going to be like, oh, of course he's going to say this. He always says this. If you are looking forward to the beta and are a little bit rusty, maybe you're playing Apex, maybe you're playing Call of Duty, those games, while similar, they do have some different mechanics. Hop in and play some Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5, in terms of the gameplay, is going to be very similar to Battlefield 2042. They've said that they're going to have an improvement on Battlefield 5's gunplay and gameplay, so it's going to be an iteration of that. And then Battlefield 4 is just a fun game, as well as that modern setting, and to commemorate big old Irish graves there. Rest in peace. And the last thing I want to talk about officially in terms of how to prepare yourself for the beta of Battlefield 2042, PC spec requirements. And this is the leaked spec requirements for the technical playtest, and I want you to keep this in mind. This is for the technical playtest. They're looking for very, very specific things with that. So they're looking for someone where the bottleneck isn't going to be their PC, it is going to be the bugs that they encounter. So keep that in mind as we're talking about the PC spec requirements, because they are bound to change. But this is what we know so far. So if you are at least better than this or on par with this, you should definitely be good to go in terms of playing the beta for Battlefield 2042. For the processor, the minimum requirements, you're going to want at least an AMD FX 8350 or an i5 6600K with at least 8 gigs of RAM. And for the graphics card, you're wanting to have at least a 1050 Ti or a Radeon RX 560 with at least 4 gigs of video memory. And then on the recommended side of things, you're going to want a Ryzen 5 3600X, an i7 4790 with 16 gigs of RAM, and then an AMD RX 5600 XT or the RTX 2060. And you're going to want at least 8 gigs of video memory there. Now, we're all so excited for the Battlefield 2042 beta, and I am right there with you. I just hope we get some news as soon as possible. It's crazy to think that we're 2 weeks away from the rumored and leaked beta release times, and we have yet to hear anything. So hopefully we do hear something soon, and that we are able to jump into that game as quick as possible and play as much as we possibly can. I'm super looking forward to it. Let me know what you think down below. Is your PC ready to go for Battlefield 2042? Are you upgrading? Are you going to be playing on previous gen consoles, or are you going to be playing on PC? Let me know down below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you're most looking forward to in the beta. what maps do you think are going to be there? Do you think it's going to be 1? Do you think it's going to be 2? I definitely think we're going to be seeing Orbital at least. Orbital is one of their highlight things that they want to really show off. That was the technical playtest, and I really hope that we see maybe 1 more. I would love to see that, and I'd love to see maybe a glimpse of Portal. I don't think we will see Portal, but I would love to see it, a glimpse of it, or at least be able to see it in the menu system grayed out. I'd love to see that. And then also, I always forget about this. We still have yet to hear official details on Hazard Zone, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if it will even launch with the game or if it will be coming out afterwards. Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you all on the battlefield. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a video from us here at Uplink Podcast.